Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Jackson Wang is back, and I didn't even know, but I'm really excited. And this music video on the teaser looked absolutely insane.
Yeah, we just saw the teaser yesterday, and I think when you guys are watching this, probably Saturday.
Yes.
But let's give it a watch. It's called Cruel. Very intriguing. Always a pleasure to check out his work. And
I think he's so cool.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Oh, okay.
You said his last one was Breath. Whoa! Okay. But this is, oh my god, okay, there's so much to fucking discuss here. By the way, how incredible is technology and how far we've come with the video production. It's fucking unreal, like mental. That like back in the day, this would only be like high level Hollywood stuff. Like Marvel could do maybe effects like this. Or different cinema industries from all over the world. Maybe China could do things like this as well. Japan, US and Hollywood. But now it's like an artist in a music video
independent,
can do this
like,
shit.
Yeah, like his own brain and his own team. Like
I'm sure it was hard as hell and to find the right editors and the CGI people and stuff. Now, second of all,
hard.
Jackson continues with his idea and his ideology behind. You want to create an experience that's both immersive, isolated in specific elements so that they highlight it throughout the composition, but that the video and the song are merged into one, and they're components that are present only in the song because of the video and only in the video because of the song, creating this much more cinematic experience. Fucking yes, this is what you need in the music industry.
I couldn't agree more. I think obviously the artistry, it really shines through. Like I would think the concept as it was born is exactly what we're getting. Like you get a lot of times when you get introduced into a cinematic universe or a cinematic experience, like for example Vietnamese music does this really interestingly, where they will make you feel really involved in the feeling of the music video right from the beginning, right? But in this particular case, you have a song that's 3 minutes 15, and in 38 seconds of the track,
I want to buy the ticket to the movie, dude.
You are invested.
Yeah.
That is huge. This is ginormous in way more terms than just musically speaking. By the way, the alternative take.
Yeah, we'll discuss the music as it progresses.
Yes. Take a nap. Brilliant.
Okay.
Let's talk about the freaking music situation here.
So go on.
Yes. So you're moving towards the whole idea, because his last track had a lot of like Panic at the Disco type of influences, a little bit of like Imagine Dragons, this kind of like alternative rock pop forward idea, which I thought it was really innovative in the whole idea of like how pop can be done, because it's not really pop. It literally changed the game. It's a completely different genre. But in this music video, you're leaning extremely towards the idea of alternative rock music, which is so cool, because his vocal delicacy, like the way that his mannerisms come through, adhere to this the best. Like, I never really thought about it, maybe because I've always thought of him as an R&B, like a rapper guy, more into like the urban scene of things, right? But this is just a complete new evolution to the whole musical aspect of things.
I think what's really important to highlight, it's essentially, because there's lots of elements musically speaking. Like one of the things that's really intriguing is definitely the alternative rock of influences that you've mentioned. But there's also that, for example, that groove that seems to be quite present, especially in this scene here where he's solo. No, prior to this. Here, yeah. Okay, so that groove is really common nowadays in this sort of alternative jazz scene.
Mm-hmm. Progressive jazz.
Progressive jazz. If you're a drummer, you probably know this off by heart. If you have any gigs to come with any progressive artists or any progressive jazz artists or alternative artists, that's a groove you're gonna have to play probably a whole night, basically.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of experimenting and adding sounds and cadence to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really interesting that he's decided to go for this more progressive jazz sound rather than especially because of the hi-hats, the presence of the hi-hat that gives it this kind of progressive feel, rather than a much more core alternative rock, which would have been a 4.
No, but you see, the new scene of alternative rock is leaning towards these influences quite a lot, especially in the
They don't use 16s.
Yo, they do. Like in the past 3 years,
Ooh.
a lot of. Oh, I was just gonna give you some examples, like Holy Holy from Australia. Like there's a lot of like this new progressive idea where they include a lot of this grooves that don't necessarily align with the idea of alternative rock itself, but it still maintains its core because of the chord progression. It gives you that tension throughout.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, man.
And then it sort of progresses into this sort of what would you call it? Tom solo kind of thing, which gives it this much more epic sort of sound, right? And again, this is this whole idea of this cinematic approach to things, and you want to play with both the sound stimulation and the visual stimulation, because it's the lead up to the big bad wolf, or at least the final boss, if you like. And if you play with those sort of stimuli in the right sense, you create much more of an experience rather than just like a music video.
Also, it gives you this epic feel. Obviously, the whole cinematic aspect of this is quite post-apocalyptic, so you want to maintain that epicness in the whole atmosphere as you're visually being stimulated to. So yeah. Also, the layered vocals here, brilliant. Yeah. So freaking cool.
That's an alternative rock riff. Whoa, what the fuck? Magic Man.
Magic Man.
That's the next one, I would imagine.
I think that's the album, sir.
Shut up! He's gonna
I think
release an
that's
album. That's a banging.
I don't know if this is a pre-release for the album. If this is a what? I don't know. I'm about to find all. Cruel.
Scream Cruel.
Okay.
One now. Pre-save Magic Man.
You see?
Is it a track or is it a album? Click on the link.
Let's see. Pre-save.
On Friday, September the 9th. Oh wow, he's putting in a lot of work pre-promotions.
I think it might be an album.
Yeah, that probably feels like an album.
This is pre-release, baby.
Wow, he's really, someone who did this in the West. He's been Tory Lanez. Who last year he was releasing it in December, and he was putting music and pre-promotions in September.
Clever.
4 months pre. Well, I don't know if he's clever. I don't know what his numbers did.
Oh well, okay.
But obviously, someone like Jackson is doing it in sort of like a similar fashion, really early on, 3 months, 2 months prior. It's because it's fucking unreal. I think also this might be. I liked a lot of Jackson Wang's previous work. I mean, he's actually the artist that introduced me to the whole Korean scene of music and actually made me look closer into Chinese R&B. So same as Karen Cizi, ironically enough, Panther Pack. So I think actually this might be my favorite Jackson Wang sound though.
I think so too.
So I love Bullet to the Heart Jackson, and
Yes.
I love the sort of Got 7 Jackson, but I think this might actually be my favorite sort of sound because it also shows such sense of maturity and evolution.
Also, I think it's worth highlighting, and I don't think I've done a good enough job throughout the whole video because the experience is so incredibly fantastic that he's such a well-rounded artist. Like the whole music video is a choreography a performance.
You call that
right?
modern?
So it's modern dance, right? So it takes a very high level of dance pedigree to pull this type of cinematic aspect of modern dance off.
Because it goes beyond acting, doesn't it?
It goes beyond acting because it's the communication through the movement. So that a lot complicates the mere concept of what a music video might want to be. So if you're not aligned if you're not aligned with the movement itself and what you want to portray with your body, then the music video with all its effects and whatever post-production you want to put it will gonna fall flat. So this, honestly, this is
outrageous.
one of the most fantastic
Congratulations
music
Tim Wang, and
videos.
congratulations Jackson. That's huge. I think this probably might be as well my favorite video of the year. There's been a couple that I really enjoy. Actually, ironically enough, 2 years ago my favorite video of the year was Lay. So China took the award there because the production was all it was done in China, everything.
Yes.
And then Jackson, I think this was also done in China. I presumed. I have no idea where he's at the moment. That guy travels more than anyone. He was just in Thailand, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Or Indonesia, doing the football thing with the lads, with the football lads, Liverpool and Manchester United.
He was, yes.
So he's busy as fuck.
Yes, that's for sure. But honestly, what a fantastic track. If this comes with the whole album, you bet I'm gonna be there.
Let us know what you guys thought about it.
Yeah.
And apart from that, thanks so much for watching.
Goodbye.